Hi, I'm Greg Becerra, part of the media content team. Our team's goal is to simplify the technical challenges that hoteliers face when implementing the next generation entertainment services. We're part of the in-room technology work group, so let's go in the room and check it out. In the past, the hospitality industry has always been ahead of the curve when it comes to in-room technology, especially the entertainment system. But in the past decade or so, there's been a lot of new cool technologies that we now have available to us at our homes, from flat panel televisions to HDTV signals, DVRs, and a lot more. So our expectations are higher than ever on what we expect when we come into a hotel room. But to implement those same technologies in a hotel room is quite a challenge and is pretty difficult. But as we implement all those new technologies, it is important for us to remember that that technology is here for one specific reason, for us to provide the best media and content possible to our hotel guests. One of the most common mistakes we hear about is that when a hotel would like to upgrade their entertainment system, the first thing they do is go out and buy a brand new television. When quite frankly, it should probably be one of the last decisions made, because there's a lot of factors that go into determining which television should you buy. For an example, are you going to use a service provider? What service provider is it? What television is compatible with that service provider? What inputs are required for that service provider? Is there a set-top box required? Does the set-top and television require a smart port connection for two-way communication between the set-top box and television? Is a tuner required? An ATSC tuner, a QAM tuner, or some other tuner, or no tuner at all? Now, when buying a new television, one of the first questions that usually comes up is, do I buy LCD or plasma or some other new technology that just came out? Well, they use different techniques about how to display the image, but quite frankly now they both have the capability of creating beautiful HD images. One consideration that you should be thinking about is burn-in. Burn-in is when an image, maybe your hotel logo or an electronic program guide, is displayed on the monitor for an extended period of time and actually burns into the monitor. It sort of burns in like a ghost image on the actual television itself. On some early flat panel monitors, this was an issue along with the old 4x3 television sets. Manufacturers now have created new technologies and techniques to reduce or completely eliminate burn-in. Especially in the hospitality industry, you need to make sure that your monitors do not fall victim to burn-in. Next, let's talk about the transition from 4x3 to 16:9 aspect ratio. In the past, all televisions were 4x3 aspect, meaning that for every 4 units wide, it is 3 units tall. As the televisions would grow by size, the aspect ratio remained the same. Now, the newer HD televisions are widescreen with an aspect ratio of 16:9. For every 16 units wide, it is 9 units high. So what does all this mean to you? Well, it means you have a few key decisions to make. First is, how would you like to display your 4x3 standard definition content on a new widescreen 16:9 monitor? Well, there's really two main choices. The first is what's commonly referred to as pillar boxing. If you look here on either side of the screen, you'll see these two black bars. Those are commonly referred to as pillars. The nice thing with displaying standard definition content in pillar boxing mode is that all the standard definition content remains in the correct aspect. So people look correct, circles remain circles. The other main option and choice for you to display standard definition content on an HD widescreen monitor is what's called full or stretch. That's where we take the sides and we push them all the way out to the edge. The nice thing with the full look is that the entire image fills up the full HD TV monitor. The disadvantage is that people seem a little heavier, a little squattier. Circles are not circles anymore. They're a little more oblong and distorted. Now, even if you're showing HD TV content there is a possibility that you will have content, it's usually movies, that may still be displayed in a letterbox format, which means that you will have black bars on the top and bottom. This is due to the fact that the original content was wider than the HDTV monitor. It's also a possibility that if you play standard definition content in letterbox format and pillar boxing mode, you will experience what is referred to as window boxing. That's where there are black bars on the left and right and the top and bottom. When it comes to aspect ratio, there is no right or wrong answer. It's really a personal preference. So go out there and find out what's best for you and your guests. One of the most common trends lately is that guests are bringing their media with them. They're bringing DVDs, iPods, or video iPods along with them to the hotel room. One option that hoteliers have is to provide a jack pack like this one or some other similar device to allow the guest to connect their portable media device to the HD monitor so that they can have the experience that they would like to have. Well, those are just some of the issues and decisions that you will face when you upgrade your entertainment system. These are the issues that the media content team works on. Our team has members from all over the world, and we meet face-to-face many times a year, as well as participate on conference calls on a very frequent basis. Our members represent many hotels and vendors. It gives us an opportunity to work together and find solutions to common problems. Currently, we have 3 projects our team is working on. First, we are just completing an overview of IPTV. Call it an IPTV primer. It is a PowerPoint presentation that will give an overview of what is IPTV, how it works, and what it takes to install it. This can be used as an introduction to IPTV technology. Our second project is to create a document that outlines the current status of media and content availability to European hotels and the unmet hotel guest desires. This project is being led by Cosimo Galano and other European members. Finally, we are defining video-on-demand encoding profiles. This will help ensure compatibility between the content and the set-top box. Our goal is to make more content available to hotels. Well, that's what our media content team has been up to. Please feel free to join our team and help us to simplify the technical challenges that it takes to implement the next generation entertainment services.